Yeah.
But are you dancing to the song?
Yeah, I love it that much.
Kevin never danced to the song. This is different.
Yeah, it's all different now.
It's everything has changed.
We're really upping the production quality around here.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
No.
I kind of liked it when it was shittier.
Well, I haven't trimmed my beard in a week, so
There we go.
do my best to fill the shoes.
Nice.
Happy Tuesday.
So, happy Tuesday. Yeah. So on Tuesdays, we used to do it all the time. Now we do it once a month. We've got Japanese Knife 101. The fun thing about this week's Japanese Knife 101 is I think this chair I'm sitting on is going to collapse.
Right on. So this episode is going to start with a round of betting. Place your bets in the comments for when you think Chris Lord will fall in the chair.
Oh, this chair's worse. I'm doomed.
Well, I'll tell you what. I hear you've got some Japanese snacks to help you feel better about it.
I do, but you do too.
I do too. I built a beautiful display behind me.
Oh, wow. I just threw them all on the counter.
I got some of that too. I had too many for the shelf.
Yeah.
I'll decorate my wall with Japanese treats.
Yeah. So really, that one's not Japanese. We were told that.
Yeah.
So what we normally do, a Japanese Knife 101, we do it once a month these days. And the idea is you can ask us anything you like about Japanese knives, cooking, stuff going on at Knifewear. There's a lot going on these days.
Yeah.
So a lot going on. Maybe that means a lot of questions. I don't know.
Yeah. But we got a lot to talk about today too. We got some kind of news to fill.
For sure. We got like
fill the void where we're not just crunching on snacks.
Yeah. So we're going to use the snacks to fill the void.
Yeah.
So we got Damon.
I use snacks to fill those voids in my life.
Yeah, that's how I got to be the size I am. So we got Damon. Damon saying hello. So's Ben. That's nice. You guys are nice. Well, what do you want to do? You want to let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Then we can start talking. Give everyone a chance to.
We want for people to tune in.
Yeah. Well, you want to go? Here, you start. They're your notes.
Sure, sounds good. Well, I had to find the caption to pop up. Well, yeah. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Real quick for housekeeping, we have some awesome news this week, actually. You might have heard a couple weeks ago we did Sharpening for Ukraine, raising money through knife sharpening for the World Central Kitchen to help with relief on the borders and in Ukraine as well. Through donations from our customers, we were able to gather together $28,787. And so that all went to World Central Kitchen last week. And the Knifewear Foundation made a matching donation to the Canadian Red Cross, who's also providing relief from the current war.
So that's like $56,000 total.
Yeah. Makes a difference, I hope.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so. I'm quite happy with that. We did a charity fundraiser for Canadian food banks a year ago, and that went pretty well too. But I think then we raised like $1,700 or 16 or 17,000. So I was really happy to see that we almost doubled that this time.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
And then it got doubled.
And then it got doubled again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm cleansing my palate with some Dr. Pepper for our snack.
Dr. Pepper is the best soda.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we ordered Taco Time, and it turns out they don't have Coke, so
Dr. Pepper. Do you know that Dr. Pepper, this is a fact that Mike likes to point out to me often, is that Dr. Pepper is the most requested drink on death row.
I did know that.
Yeah.
I like that. If I was going to get the big sleep pretty soon, I'd probably want some Dr. Pepper before that.
Yeah, why not? I don't know what Ben's talking about, discussion about mirrored video. What's that mean?
Oh, I mirrored my video. I did that for my own sake. Here, we'll fix that. Boom. Look at that.
How can you tell the difference?
Oh, read it.
I thought I could read it anyways. Maybe I can't.
I'm confusing people. I did it for my own sake because the right and left-handedness gets all messed up. And
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I never knew that was an option. So instead of talking about how dumb I am, what else we got here? Garage sales coming up. That's real big news.
Real big news.
Real big news. Knifewear garage sales coming up.
It's going to be kind of the first one that's like running more or less properly again in stores. I'm sure we'll still need to be careful and stuff, but
yeah, yeah. I would anticipate maybe some bit of a lineup heading down to the shops. But we've actually got Mike and Naoto in Japan right now.
Yeah. It's the first garage sale in 2 years where we've been to Japan right beforehand. That's how the whole thing started, right?
Yeah, Don was asking there a little bit ago about that Masashi. I think that's the one he means. Is that cool shaped Tsujihiki from the recent Instagram post going to be in the garage sale? I would hope so.
I hope so too. That's a great question, Don. We've got Mike and Naoto on the ground. That was my other bit of news. Is Mike and Naoto are in Japan right now, traveling around, meeting all our different makers. Mike is playing cameraman, a whole bunch of video for our YouTube channel and stuff, and taking a bunch of photos. So I kind of just get like a dump of photos from them at the end of the day. And by that point, by the time I get them, they're asleep. So I usually have no context. But I'm guessing from Masashi-san, and hopefully we'll have them for the garage sale. And we'll have a better answer soon.
Yeah, I would hope so. I'd look at that. Yeah, if that knife made it through the first day, I bet you a staff member buys it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to buy anything until 6 p.m. But if
that's right,
all the good stuff that's left at that point, the staff go nuts on.
For sure. Spoon Monkey asking, "What's Japanese chocolate like? What could you compare it to? In the UK, the king is Cadbury Dairy Milk. Cadbury Dairy Milk gets a lot of love in my house. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't buy any.
I didn't. No, no chocolate. None whatsoever.
I'll have to ask someone else.
I tried to go for stuff that would have some flavors I wasn't used to, and also cute cartoon characters on the packaging. That was really my logic going into this.
Yeah. Before we get into the snacks, there's a couple new videos up, right? Yep. We have, there's one that it went up today. It was installing the knife magnets.
Yes. Yeah, it came out yesterday.
Yeah. So that one's pretty fun, how to install the bow grain knife magnets. It's pretty handy. That's a very frequently asked question in the stores.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's a good one to have made. We've also got an interview. If you missed it the other night, it was live. Masashi had a chat with Naoto and Mike. So
that was awesome. It was really cool. We had a close-up camera on the action as well, which was live on Instagram. Unfortunately, we couldn't show that on YouTube, but we have kind of devised some solutions for that in the future, which will be fun. But just like really interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff that he was talking about. Really cool to see his workshop. I've seen snippets of it and like Springhammer and stuff, but I'd never seen like a wide shot of the workshop. And again, like Mike's there shooting video as well. So we'll have more like kind of properly edited, put together videos, like our weekly videos up there as well.
Yeah. It seems to be from what I remember, his workshop was among the cleaner ones.
It's very tidy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and Kurosaki. But then I remember Kevin saying that Kurosaki's was so clean because it was brand new.
Gotcha. So maybe it's a little different.
He didn't get that layer of soot on everything.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to Kurosaki, but I think they're going by Takafu, I think. And they went up to see Nigara first.
Yeah.
And they saw where's Masashi? Is he in Sanjo?
Masashi's so that's in Niigata. So that would be on the way back down.
Yeah, so they were in Niigata kind of late last week over the weekend. And then I think they were I might be mistaken, but I think I saw on the Instagram story today they were in Osaka.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
So they're making their way west now.
They're going to hang out with Naoto's parents.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get caught up on a couple more comments here.
Cool. Sounds good.
Shivam is joining us. Damon says we should start a pool in Discord for how many knives Kevin will damage next sale. To which Peter says, I imagine that Naoto has banned the penny farthing from the warehouse this year. So when I was in Calgary last month, I noticed that the penny farthing has been securely strapped to a pallet.
Yeah.
and that pallet is on the highest shelf in the warehouse.
Yeah.
So it would take some real effort and training on
Yeah.
a oversized pallet jack.
Yeah, I
to
don't think Kevin's
learn.
allowed to use like the heavy duty pallet lifter. That's if he
Yeah.
does get a hold of that thing, he will damage more knives.
Yeah.
That's a Knifewear promise.
So Ben is saying, what's the all dressed chip of Japan? I would say it's probably shrimp flavored.
Yeah, you see that a
Like
lot.
that seems to be the pretty ubiquitous, like, you know, like, or like some kind of seafood flavor. Yeah, he's got shrimp flavored pretz,
Yeah,
which is
it's
like
very
a
much
pocky
like
minus the sweet stuff.
you get a lot of these like kind of reddish earth tone kind of things when you get like savory all dressed flavors. So I feel like
Yeah.
it just has like all dressed vibes.
And then Arthur, in reference to talking about the bow grain video, Arthur used industrial strength dual sided tape to hang his magnet on tiles. I've heard of people having good luck with that.
That's exactly what I used in that video. Not to give away all the secrets, but yeah, you don't need to drill into your tile. You can, like, by all means, but there's a lot of reasons not to. And so, yeah, I just use the double-sided stuff, and it's great. It works really, really well. The one tip that I gave in the video, which is really important, and I messed up, was I oiled both sides of my magnet because it was a little dry before I figured out where I was going to put it, and the oil interfered with the stickiness, so I had to fix that. But
here's a good question. I'm gonna do my best here. Poet bought a Nikiri lying in the store for a long time. Enryu Aogami 2 has a light rust. Will I find info on your YouTube channel how to remove rust? I'm afraid that I have to remove Tsuchime. So, yeah, we do have videos talking about kind of restoring blades and rust removal.
Yeah.
Particularly if you check out the ones called Naoto's Nerdy Power Hour.
Yeah.
So is he doing one next week?
He's doing one in 2 weeks because he just gets back from Japan next week and it's Easter weekend.
Right.
But there's also one that I shot a couple years ago where I talk about rust removal and kind of some different options. If you have like a Kurochi knife, sometimes they can look a bit rusty on the Kurochi, like on the black finish, but it might just be iron. So you can always send us a couple photos if you're worried about it, and we can kind of advise you more specifically to your case.
Yeah, give you some more kind of catered information.
Totally. Yeah.
And then I think once we get through this round, there's only a couple here. Spoon Monkey and Ben have a couple comments. Then I say we both grab a snack.
I'm into that. I'm getting hungry.
Okay. So Spoon Monkey says, Masakage Zero, you seem to be the only stores that stock them. Was that an exclusive deal, or do other stores for some reason just not bother? Those Masakage Zeros are for Knifewear only.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I knew we helped design them originally, but that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, the Masakage Zeros are one of the, we have a couple of knives that are exclusive to Knifewear. That's one of them. Some of Masashi's stuff is exclusive to us.
Yeah.
The Moritaka Ishime's are exclusive to Knifewear.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the new Masashi knives, because they are coming out next month from what I hear.
Yeah.
If you missed that live interview on Saturday, it's a long one. It's almost 2 hours, but it's worth kind of sitting through while you're cleaning up around the house or whatever, because he does preview those knives a couple of times and show off one that he's got like kind of ready to go. And we talk about like the steel and some of the techniques involved and stuff. So it's if you want to learn more about those, they're pretty cool. But those are coming soon.
So what are you going to start with? What kind of snacks did you get?
So I got some pretty like normal stuff, and I got some pretty heavy duty stuff that's either really intense or really spicy. So I'm going to start off light. I got a few drinks too. I got 3 drinks, and I got all the snacks to see behind me, and then I got another like 3 or 4 snacks on the table. So I think I'm going to start with the shrimp flavored pretz. Seems like an easy choice.
I'm going to go with the unagi flavored potato chips.
Okay. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Is it like the unagi like barbecue sauce?
Yeah. Well, it says so. It's now these guys, because we were taking a quick look at. I believe these were not made in Japan, but they are clearly for Japanese people, because it says unagi kabayaki. And I know for a fact that unagi is the Japanese word
Yeah.
for eel. So there's a fun little man. He's a little potato.
Yeah.
He's clearly some kind of eel chef using his, looks like a little Wusthof knife. He's got there.
That's not an eel knife.
Yeah, come on, get it
That
together.
guy needs to go to Knifewear.
Yeah. Shake and roll. What the hell does any of this mean?
This one doesn't have any cartoons on it, but pretzes, you see them a lot. They're kind of like the savory Pocky, and they're just, I think it's called pretz because it's pretzel flavored usually.
Oh,
but it
here.
also says, hello, me time.
Oh, well, here, in case you were wondering, I ripped the top off of the bag, and I opened the bag, and inside is another bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that security.
Oh, there's instructions on the back. I didn't even look at this.
Jesus.
So I've
You
got
some complicated snacks.
Okay, so there's a bag of chips, and then there's a bag of seasoning, and I'm to do it.
Oh, cool. Season yourself. So it's like
You
when you
think
eat like
that's cool?
dry
I think that's-
ramen and you just like sprinkle the seasoning inside the bag of crushed up noodles.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't allowed to do that when I was a kid. My dad used to get mad. Oh, well, they smell bad.
Yeah, the shrimp flavor pretz definitely smell like dried shrimp.
Okay, so far they just taste like barbecue chips.
Sounds great. I'm gonna cleanse my palate.
No, there's a little bit of fish to it. All right, now the seasoning.
These taste a lot better than they smell.
Oh yeah,
As is often the case with seafood flavored things. You're like it kind of smells like the kibble I feed my cats, but it tastes like delicious savory umami.
oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of like cheeses and stuff like that, eh? That like smell like.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Speaking of which, I messed up. I got something that's not Japanese, but I got some durian cookies. I'm guessing these are also going to smell terrible and taste good.
oh my god, I had to use my teeth to open up the powder, and I sucked a bunch of it in.
You gassed yourself.
Yeah, that's a lot. This is.
Well, go hard. Is that like to add spice or something?
I don't know. I can't read any of the shit on here.
That's a good point. I can read mine. It says, hello, me time.
Yeah, Ben says, hello, me time equals treat yourself.
That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe it means it's time to eat me, as in it's time to eat the
Grant asks, what angle does one sharpen a Hanazuki? The live video was great.
Yeah, that's right. That.
I have an opinion on how to sharpen a Hanazuki, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah. You do a lot more sharpening than I do.
I sharpen I shoot for a 15-degree angle on the whole thing, except for the heel. I almost sharpen it in two different chunks. I sharpen the heel at about a 20-degree angle so I don't break it. You know, because I'm pretty hard on a Hanazuki. I will use it to like split the breastbone of a chicken and stuff like that. So I make the heel of the knife a little bit of a thicker angle.
I do the exact same thing. Like axe on the heel, scalpel on the tip.
Yeah.
It's like mullet sharpening. Business in the front, party in the back. How's it with the powder? Better or worse?
I don't know. It smells weird. You can't smell it, but just pretend.
Yeah. Oh, it's just potato chips.
Yeah, they just taste like barbecue potato chips.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm gonna try something else. I have these. So I picked stuff with either fun characters or weird flavors or fun names. I picked this one for the name. Hot Kid Ball Cake, honey flavor.
Wow.
There's a little cartoon about something on the back.
That's quite the name, though.
I like it.
Well,
Here we go. Premium selected natural Langan honey. Dissolves easily, no mess.
did you buy like some sort of like honey Kool-Aid powder? Or is that something you're supposed to eat?
I'm not sure. You know what though? I fucked this one up too. This is, hold on. Okay, so I messed this one up too. This one's Chinese.
That's like 3 things now.
I know. I can tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese and Korean characters, except that I couldn't on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, here.
I blame it on all the errands I had to run. I was kind of in a rush.
I'm going to open. This is something that we were looking forward to finding.
Yeah.
So if you've ever heard Kevin talk about a trip to Japan, he often makes and if you ask Shiba about this too, Shibata-san from Masakage, they will both tell you there's a difference between coffee and kohi.
Okay.
Now, I think it's just a matter of they're being a bit silly with the way people speak. But it's very common in Japan, in like a 7-Eleven or something, to get a little can of iced or hot coffee.
Yeah.
They've got special fridges where it's like the opposite of a fridge. It's like a warming cabinet where you could get a warm can of coffee or a cold one. So this is made by Asahi. They make all kinds of beverages, not just beer. And it's Asahi Wanda Extremely Coffee Black.
Awesome.
So I anticipate it to be among the worst cups of coffee I've ever had. And I'll let you know how that goes. I'm hoping that it's heavily caffeinated. I'm very tired today.
I like that canned coffee stuff. I couldn't find any. I was disappointed. How is it?
You ever like go to drink a coffee that you just left on the counter, but like yesterday? You left it on the counter yesterday?
Often, almost always.
Yeah. Yeah. E30 Birdie says they have machines on the streets in Japan where you can get warm or cold.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's bad. This tastes like if you're on a road trip, okay, and you bought a coffee in the morning. Right. And you only drank half of it.
Yeah.
And then out of habit, later in the evening, like you see the cup there, and you're like, oh, I got a coffee.
You're like falling asleep on the road. You're like, no, I got to drink some more of this coffee.
Yeah, and you take a slug of it. Yeah, this tastes like Tim Hortons coffee that I bought yesterday.
Yeah. But is it extremely coffee?
It's pretty strong. Now, I drink really strong coffee.
Okay.
So it doesn't really put me off much, but I know that like if I made a pot of coffee at work, to my liking, everyone would be like, oh my God, what are you trying to do? Kill us?
Gotcha.
So, yeah. You know what? I'd give this. Okay, so the chips.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we got to review these.
So the chips were like a barbecue chip. Although it does say in the ingredients that there's some kind of like shrimp flavor seasoning powder. I think I just get like that kind of umami MSG kind of kick off of it.
Yeah.
I would say based off of eel flavor, they're going to be a 5 out of 10. But for a barbecue chip, they're a 6. So they're a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
This one is for this cold coffee. I drink a lot of iced coffee, and it's always black. I'll give this a 7 out of 10 as well. I might buy another one of these.
All right. I did not think you were going to rate it that high. I thought I would get like a 5.
No, but with the asterisks of if you don't like strong coffee, you will hate this.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. If you're not into just cold, incredibly hard coffee.
Black coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to give this guy a 7.
Okay.
The flavor is really good. The flavor is like an 8.5, but the smell takes it down a couple of notches.
I think I might just keep this open. I think I need it. Shivam's got a good knife question, and I like it. Which steels do you feel are underrated? We know VG, blue, white, and there are also more less known steels. Thoughts? I am a really big fan of Ginsan. I don't know that it's an underrated steel. You don't see it as often. But I really like it because it's a stainless steel that like forges really, really well, like VG10.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good stuff. Sometimes the stainless steels get a bit of a bad rap as being, not the same as high carbon steel, but they serve a really good purpose. I'm a big fan. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I had another one. I really like AUS 8 too. People look down their nose at it, but I like how tough it is. Like, not every single knife I need. Like, because I don't know. Not everyone cooks exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
So I used the Harajuki Mugi when I was teaching at the culinary school, and I used that to crack lobsters. I was doing all kinds of stuff with it that like our care sheet says do not do.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It was fine. Is it as sharp as my Denka? No, it's not. But if I did half of that shit with my Denka, it would be in pieces.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Have you done anything recently with your knife that you thought, oh, I shouldn't be doing this? Or maybe afterwards you thought, I shouldn't have done this, and you got away with it despite, the hardness of the steel?
I get away with a lot, actually.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as careful with my knives as what a lot of people. I do the avocado thing.
Yeah, me too.
I do the avocado thing where you have the pit.
Yeah.
But I also kind of know when I summed it up to a customer the other day. I'm like, if you're ever like doing something and your answer, like the thought in your head is, I'm just going to push harder, then you're going to break your knife.
Totally.
Like as soon as you're greeted with, I'm just going to push a little bit harder.
I've heard a couple of paramedics say they call that avocado hand or bagel hand when people come in with a cut across their palm.
Yeah, well, it's a real thing.
Yeah,
they hurt themselves.
I was slicing up chicken breast for a quesadilla that I had smoked the other day, and because I took apart the chicken myself, I forgot to take the wishbone out, and I was using my Denka, and I just like chopped right through the wishbone, no problems. That surprised me. And I checked the knife, no chips.
Yeah, that's a good way to chip a Denka though on a chicken.
Oh yeah.
You know what the hardest part about smoking chicken is?
Getting it lit.
I was gonna say rolling it up in a zigzag. Kevin's not here, so I'll be the dad joke guy today.
Thank you. I'm in training right now.
Yeah, working on it.
Yeah.
E30 Birdie says that they grab their girlfriend's knives, the German knives. They won't break them on avocados. It's true. You won't. I kind of want a new snack. Well, yeah. What's that called?
This is the Hot Kid Ball Cake Honey flavor.
That sounds like you should go to jail.
Well, I'll keep an eye open for the cops.
Yeah.
It smells like...
Just say it slowly, though. Hot Kid Ball Cake Honey flavor.
I just saw the word ball cake, and I thought that was entertaining, so I grabbed it.
And then you were into it.
Not realizing it said Hot Kid as well.
Yeah. Just something to think about.
But it smells like if you had a bakery scented air freshener in your car.
Oh, yeah.
But it tastes like a biscotti. Like if you have when you go and get a biscotti at like Starbucks and it's like not very fresh, but it's still decent.
Yeah.
It's a little dusty. Yeah. So this is like, you're supposed to dip them in milk. And I bet this would be really good actually with your coffee.
Oh, you think so?
Like
you could just eat it as cereal.
Eat some of these. I might, yeah.
Yeah, Peter says if you were going to look that up online, you'd be on a watch list. Hot Kid Ball Cakes. One of my kids the other day. Okay, so I'm not going to say which one it was. But one of them thought they'd look up the word sex on Amazon.
I'm gonna guess they're like that kid is like 12.
Just
13.
about. Just about. Yeah.
I don't know which kid that is, but
There's options in my
I'm pretty
house.
sure that's when I probably put the word sex into Google.
Yeah. My warning was, you know what? It's normal, but you might be surprised with what comes up. So here, I'm gonna get into. I've been very curious about this.
See, I unmirrored my video. Now I'm reaching to the wrong side to grab stuff. Okay.
See, I just have a pile beside me. So I don't know what's in this.
Oh, I seem to remember those being good. I think I've had them.
Yeah, so it is a product of Japan.
Okay.
It's some kind of grape gummy candy. But the thing is, the package feels like it might be full of juice.
Right.
Like
a gusher?
Yeah, like it feels like what's inside is it's like how a waterbed feels as compared to a regular bed. You know, like it's
grape flavored waterbeds, my favorite candy.
Yeah. Oh, it smells very grapey.
Is that extreme? Is it Wanda extreme grape?
Grape and farts.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh God. It's like this little squishy. It's like those Orbeez things. That, like,
is it like it looks like an actual grape on my camera?
It's weird.
Is it like H.R. Giger's alien grape candies?
No, this is like if you took you made a kid write an essay about what a grape is, and then a robot made a grape. This is like those memes. I made 100 bots, or I made a bot watch thousands of hours of whatever, and this is what it gave me. That's what this is. It feels like a grape.
Yeah.
But then when you bite it, it's like almost a grape.
Oh God. That sounds
I don't know if you can hear it. Shh, 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 shh. But look at the inside. That looks like a grape.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a grape on the outside, just like a very old grape. That's like you clear out your crisper drawer and you're like, oh, grape. When's the last time I bought grapes?
I've eaten 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a 3rd.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, I don't hate it. These? I don't know. Yeah, they're weird, though.
Yeah. Somebody better
ask
us some knife-related questions, because we're just going to talk about food.
As compared to grapes, it's a 2 out of 10.
Would not buy again. Worst grape ever.
Hey, Meki, come eat one of these. Come eat this thing.
I'm going to try this guy.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'll open up my Cowpeas.
Yeah, we got different Cowpeas.
Yeah, I got one too.
I think it's Cowpeas. I don't want to keep saying Cowpeas because I don't want to drink it. Candy grape?
It's like a grape, but it's not a grape. Go spread those around. Yeah, if there's some. Here, you can have these not barbecue eel chips too. So yours is you've just got the water.
Yeah.
And I've got the carbonated soft drink.
Now Cowpeas is or Calpico is like a yogurt energy drink, right?
I don't know if it's an energy drink. I think it's just like a soda.
Okay.
But it's carbonated water, sugar, non-fat dry milk, natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, lactic acid, soy fiber, sodium citrate, cultured non-fat dry milk.
So mine has fermented milk in it. Water, fermented milk, and then skim milk powder. So I'm willing to bet. What's your prediction for yours, Chris?
It smells like Fresca.
I'm predicting mine's going to taste like the top of the yogurt when the water leaches out of the yogurt.
No, this smells like lemony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It kind of tastes like those shakes they give old people to help them get protein.
Mine tastes like, I don't know. It's not.
This is good. This tastes like, it tastes like Sprite with dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like if you put a dash of milk in a Sprite.
I'm going out for a drink later with my friend. I'm gonna see if I can order that at a bar. Can you give me a Sprite with just a splash of milk?
Can I have one Sprite with a tablespoon of skim milk added to it, please? Yeah, but this is carbonated.
So for me, I feel like if it was like screaming hot outside and I'd been like hiking or something and I had a cold one of these, I'd be pretty happy.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those things is more refreshing when it's hot outside. And this is really
Japan gets hot. This says delightfully satisfying on the can.
Delightfully satisfying.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I feel like I've had this before.
Yeah,
I am familiar with the brand.
Maybe there just wasn't any English on the can.
Maybe. I keep going back for more, but I do not like it.
Yeah, it's like it leaves you wanting more, but not because you actually want more.
It's probably got heroin in it. That's the natural and artificial flavors.
Mm. Yeah, it's better than I thought something made out of water, fermented milk, and skim milk powder would be. It does have citric acid, which makes sense.
I'm done with that. I don't want that anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't. I'm done.
I'm going to keep this off inside. I might come back to it later. I might try to make a cocktail with it.
I'm going back to my motorcycle oil can of coffee.
Yeah, I do love the container for that.
Oh, it's starting to get warm. Like it's warming up now because it's like a little aluminum bottle. Ugh. And now it's bad.
Oh, no.
Now it's really bad.
Now it literally just tastes like coffee that's been sitting in the car all day.
I'm going to just slam it.
All right. This is what Chris does to get through these episodes.
Oh.
This is what I got next. This is the one I'm most excited about. I saw the package and I was like, that looks like something I would eat.
Oh, that's going to hurt my stomach later.
If you need to turn off your camera for a minute later, just let me know.
Well, you hold off on a second because there's a little bit of conversation going on. Shivam had a really good question. And apart from a knife, what's the next important tool in your kitchen? For me, it's chopsticks. I use moribashi a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I worked in a restaurant a couple restaurants where the chef told us we weren't allowed to use tongs. He thought that tongs were too brutish and we would break all the food.
Huh.
Like we would bruise the salads and we would, bang up the scallops and all that stuff. So we all learned how to use chopsticks instead.
Huh.
And I've had a pair of moribashi. I've got 4 pairs of moribashi.
Wow.
And 2 of them are from restaurant days and they are battered. Like the ends of them are burnt and as you leave it on the, I burnt the wood. I actually took one time. I was really angry at someone and I had the wooden end and I bit it. I bit the end off the wood.
Oh, man.
And that's still there. Yeah.
Did you miss working in a restaurant?
Oh, yeah. My blood pressure is still high, but it's not that high.
I don't have the technique to use moribashi, so I use these guys.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Remember when we used to have that other, we had the other brand?
Yeah.
And I've got a pair of the 14-inch curved end ones.
Okay, yeah.
And those are perfect for when you drop shit in your yakitori grill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Perfect for that.
I use these for like moving the charcoal around my conro.
Yeah.
And for, though anywhere you'd use tongs, like for flipping bacon or smokies.
Tongs are good for bacon. Yeah.
Yeah. And these are good for like even just like when I'm camping. I'll take them camping a lot because I like to do campfire cooking. So I'll like move all the wood to one side to like focus the heat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Steve said that he received a 150 Takamura Akaguhan for his birthday. Is the Uchigumo just prettier? Because I'm not sure how it can get better. So pretty is a big part of it.
Yeah.
And we don't see Uchigumos very often. So they're pretty and they're kind of exclusive. But they also, that Damascus pattern on the blade is quite textured, like a Masashi Kuroshu. So it does give you, it's almost like the knife is like got a like a hammered Tsuchime finish as far as food release is concerned.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a difference to it. A lot of the price comes from the fact that it is Damascus, and but they also Uchigumos, at least they used to. We haven't seen one in a long time. They come with a saya, which depending on what the sayas are made for, can account for $50 to $75 of the price.
Totally. Yeah.
And Spoon Monkey is asking about this knife. Can I make it? I got headphones.
I love the way you got the blade guard on that knife. Very, very protected.
Yeah. This knife takes 2 blade guards.
That's awesome.
So this is a 360 millimeter Moritaka Tsujihiki.
And that one's yours, right?
This is my knife, yeah.
That's awesome.
So I bought this knife because at one point I bought a car and they told me it was a Jeep. I bought a Jeep and they told me they were going to throw in winter tires, or they got me to prepay for winter tires. And then the salesperson told me, he kind of pulled me aside after and said, look, that Jeep has off-roading tires on it. You don't need winter tires.
Right.
But it was too late at that point. So what we did was I just never claimed the tires. They told me, like, drive with it and see if you find you need the tires. So then I forgot all about it. I'd been paying my payments as if nothing had changed. And they eventually called me and they say, hey, did you ever pick those tires up? I was like, no. And they're like, oh, well, you don't want them. You don't need them, eh? And I was like, no, not really. And they said, oh, well, we'll cut you a check for the tires.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Yeah, they paid me back for the tires, and then I bought the knife.
Nice.
Yeah, I was hemming and hawing it, and then I got a phone call, and I just found myself with $500, and
that's awesome.
There we go. So
I found myself with some money recently, and I got a new knife. It's almost the same size as yours.
What'd you get?
See, look, it's almost the same size.
Oh, you just got to get it close to the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got this this Haruki Shiso petty. I've worked at Knifewear for 9 years, and I did not own a petty knife, embarrassingly. So I figured it was about time. Yeah. Yeah, I have like a little, what's that little thing we always get for the garage sale? It's like a little single bevel Matsuba.
Oh, yeah. I saw that at your house.
Yeah, and I just beat the hell out of that thing, but it's like, it's so beat up that it really is just good for like butchery and like tough jobs around the kitchen. So I wanted something that's for small jobs. Like I eat a lot of potatoes. So, for like coring or taking the eyes out of potatoes and making breakfast when I don't want to bust out a full-size knife.
Sometimes you just need a new knife too.
Sometimes you just need a new knife, and this knife is very beautiful.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations on New Knife Day. That's
Thanks.
Fun. You want to see what my next snack is?
Ooh, onigiri.
Yeah. So this is one of the ones where it's like the right kind of packaging. So I learned about this the hard way when I went to Japan with Kevin. Was there's apparently everything in Japan has an easy way to open it.
Oh, okay.
You just need to know what it is. Right. So like on this bag, for instance, there's a little notch right there.
Okay, yeah.
That's very easy to just rip, right? So you're not like fighting with it. So, but I couldn't figure it out for the onigiri, and I bought it at like a 7-Eleven or something because when I was there with Kevin, I was horribly jet lagged and I was waking up at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning.
Right.
And I would go for a walk, and the only thing open was like a Family Mart, which is like a little convenience store, or a 7-Eleven. Yeah. So I ate a lot of onigiri while I was there, and the ones in 7-Eleven, they were like stuffed, right? Like it had something on the inside.
Okay.
But I could never tell what they were
Right.
because they were all color coded and there was no English. So I would just buy them and hope I liked it.
Yeah.
And then once I thought I had it all figured out and I went into the Family Mart, well, they wouldn't have, they got a different color code system.
Yeah. It's different systems, different company.
Yeah. So the way you open these, because it's cool, because if you let the rice, what the hell's in my beard? If you let the rice sit with the nori will get soggy. It won't be crispy anymore. So this packaging has somehow inserted a layer of plastic between the nori and the rice. So you got to take it apart.
That's goddamn genius.
So I'm going to open this up, and then we've got a bunch of questions there about all kinds of stuff.
Sweet.
So you got to follow the instructions. There's step 1. You pull that off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gone. And then 2, you pull off one side of the triangle. Oh, I've made a mess already. There's now fish on my computer. Step 3 is you pull. So if you look, you see there's like plastic in between.
Yeah. And it releases the nori.
Yeah. So now when I go to eat it.
Oh, I can hear that.
Yeah, right? Pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Well, mine's not as exciting, packaging-wise, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Japanese curry oatmeal with freeze-dried okra and potato.
That's weird.
This one doesn't have any fun slogans, really, but it says you can put it in your cereal or your soup, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because those are the same thing.
Just eat it out of the bag. I mean, there are people that would say cereal is a form of soup. All right. Woo! It just smells like granola. Yeah, I think it's just like savory granola. I'm a little unsure about these savory potato pieces. That's good. It's
all right.
Literally just like dried oats with curry powder on them. Okay, we're gonna get some potato and okra bits this time. Those little okra bits that are in there. And those are the potatoes. Ellie, you want to try some Japanese curry oatmeal?
Bad news. Gilbert Godfrey died.
Gilbert Godfrey died?
Yeah. You're here to hear first, people.
Oh, no. All right.
Are we certain? Have we checked that fact?
Breaking news with Knifewear. I'm going to Google it.
You should take a moment. You should listen to his reading of Home Plate with Gray or whatever it was.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, I thought people should know. He doesn't really have much to do with Japanese knives, but I'm sure he loves them.
According to People, Rolling Stone, and NBC, he's passed away. Well, that's awfully sad.
Well, I hope his family's doing okay.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
here, have some Japanese curry oatmeal to celebrate.
I'm going to answer some knife questions to celebrate.
Or you haven't opened it yet.
Not yet.
You're twisted.
Korean treat.
So, any love for Tsunehisa knives? The price and simplicity drew me in. They are great knives. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Tsunehisa.
Tsunehisa, especially, when we take the price into consideration, you'll be hard pressed to find better knives for less.
Where'd you get this at?
T&T.
Oh, wow. They were great guys.
Yeah. We've got a Chukabocho from Tsunehisa that's really rad that I like, but they're like VG10 Damascus line is really cool.
Yeah. The the Algami and stainless line is a favorite of mine. In particular, I really like the handles on that knife.
Oh yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, the handles are like shockingly nice for a knife that's under $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got that like kind of, I don't know, just that little metal accent on it that looks really good.
Yeah. And then excuse me, I just had like a Wanda coffee / onigiri burp.
Oh God.
At first I thought it was a heart attack, but then it was a burp.
Nothing like the flavor of fish, nori, and coffee.
Yeah. Favorite sharpening stones. This is a bigger conversation. So for me, the stones that I reach for depend on what I'm sharpening. Now, if you were going to twist my arm and force me to pick something, I would use a 220 grit, a 1000 grit, a 4, and an 8. Conveniently, those are the Knifewear branded stones. What's that face for?
Bad combination. Don't chase your curry oatmeal with your Cowpeas water.
So don't use your milk drink on your granola.
No, I thought maybe the milk and the granola would kind of go well together, but the curry of this and the Sprite lemon lime zest of this really don't mix well.
No. I wonder if I like Cowpeas anymore now.
You should have tried putting it in the coffee and see if that was any better.
No, not a chance. But when you're trying to pick like favorite stones, think about what you're sharpening, right? Because there are certain types of knives. Like generally speaking, I like that Knifewear lineup. The 220, the 1, the 4, the 8. That's going to do 99% of what you want to do perfectly well. Yeah. All right. If you're getting into, and this is, maybe I'm being a bit of a nerd, but if you get into doing like a lot of powdered steel knives or even like Algami Super, like the really hard stuff, it's worth investing in like the Naniwa Professional series. Yeah. I find they do a much better job on those really hard steels. Yeah. I also have yes, a favorite sharpening stone. I have a little chunk of a Takeda natural stone that's just glued to a board. And I like that stone quite a bit.
Yeah. So just take a piece of scrap wood and just plop it.
Yeah. And it gives you one flat side, right?
Yeah, totally.
So that's a pretty big question. If you're interested in sharpening stones, check out Naoto's live show. We got one coming up in 2 weeks. It's called Naoto's Nerdy Power Hour. And then
you can ask the most in-depth questions you want. He will, and I get to ask the questions for him. So I read out the question, and then he has to answer it in language I can understand, because I am the least close to a sharpening nerd. I am so far from that he'll explain like really deep, in-depth nerd stuff in a way that even a moron like me can understand. Yeah, so it's a good show to watch.
Is Algami or Super Blue chippy? In my experience, depends on the maker. It depends on how thin the knife is. Like that knife that Nathan bought, the Hanazuki Shiso, not a very chippy knife. It's got a little bit more of a rugged edge on it.
Yeah, a little more.
But as compared to like
here,
but
it's very thin when you cut with it.
Yeah, but it's not like a Masakage. I have a Masakage Koishi Hanazuki, not chippy. People chip Koishis, but I think they're being real mean to them.
Yeah, I had a Koishi for a lot of years, and it didn't chip until somebody else used it. Same with like I was telling you earlier, I cut through a wishbone on a chicken with my Denka the other day, no problems.
Yeah,
but that was partially just because I didn't even know it was there, and I was just cutting straight down like it wasn't even there, and I think that's what saved it.
Yeah, I would say like Super Blue, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but I find like if you're gonna chip a Super Blue carbon steel knife, you're gonna chip anything. Yeah, totally. Like it's not like like on paper, it's more brittle and it's easier to chip, but in practice, I don't really ever find that like Like, I think if you're gonna chip a knife, it doesn't really matter what it was made out of. I think you're just gonna chip it. Like, it's the action, not the knife, I think, that
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah,
And some are obviously
the
more
force and all the like. Some people are just more heavy-handed. Like I let a buddy use one of my kitchen knives, and he made a bit of a mess of them because he's just like he's used to using knives that haven't been sharpened in a decade. So he's just like smacking it on the cutting board and doing the parsley thing and just kind of twisting every which way.
It's only a 2 or a 3 out of 10, but I keep drinking it.
Well, tell you what. While we get on to more of these questions, I'm going to bust out. This is the one I'm actually afraid of. All these other things, I'm like, this seems interesting. I'm genuinely interested. I got this purely because I am afraid of it, and I'm not good at pushing my boundaries. So I'm going to give it a try. It is corn juice drink, and you can see it's very pulpy and very like there's a lot of residue on the glass.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink that.
I'm not drinking the whole thing unless it's weirdly incredible, but I'm not expecting it to be.
I'm just listen to it though, slopping around in there. Hey, this is a family show.
Oh, sorry.
I know that you just loaded up on hot kid ball cakes, but you got to slow your roll, bud.
Yeah. Oh Lord. I look redder than your wall over there.
I know. So here, while you fight with that, give me a second. Shivam finally picked up a Premier 8-inch for 125 USD and a Tojiro DP Nakiri, which costs too much because of customs, almost 200. Oh, but I'm loving both. Yeah, Tojiro knives are great.
Well, and I've heard a lot of customers say like I can't remember how they phrase it, but it only stings once, right? Like yeah, it stings when you drop a lot of money on something nice, even if it's maybe more money than a lot of other people have to pay. But you're gonna love that knife, and it's gonna last you the rest of your life. So like that extra $80, you're gonna forget about.
Yeah. And then Pollitt had they got a couple of new knives, a Nishida Daisuke Shirogami number 1 210 Gyuto. I'm not familiar with that maker. And a Takeo Murata Aogami number 1 Funayuki. So yeah, Murata-san's knives are pretty sweet. I don't have one of those Funayukis, but I had a shot at one, almost had a shot at one during a garage sale a while ago. So
yeah. I as if it wasn't maybe strange enough that this is made with corn, which is like whatever, if it's a cultural thing, I understand. But it's got 3 thickening agents in it. So there's water, corn, sugar, all things you would expect. And there's konjac powder, xanthan gum, and carrageenan. So I'm expecting this to be very, very thick going down.
It's going to coat your teeth.
Ooh. That just smells like corn. I'm actually impressed. I was expecting something like...
Don't sip it, though. Just go for it. Just do it.
I'm going to get my mustache out of the way because I don't want to have to suck this out of my mustache.
Oh, he hates it. Oh, my God. He's got a yak.
I tried. I wrote...
Oh, he's got a yak.
Oh, I promise I tried to be as straight face as I could, and my body just, like, as soon as that hit my mouth, it was just like, no. Get out of here.
That was like, what, an 8 out of 10 then? Or?
Oh, probably a 9. The flavor is fine. Like, it's not good, but if this was like an ice cream or something other than an extremely viscous liquid, it would be pretty good. Or at least pretty okay, but this is awful. It's purely because it's got 3 thickening agents in it.
Yeah.
Like
I think got to be that. If it's a drink, what if it wasn't even intended to be a drink, like a beverage? Like, what if that was like supposed to be like a soup base or something?
This is like a reward they give to horses after a good race or something.
That's great.
It could be. Yeah, it could just be like soup base or something.
Yeah. So here I got Spoon Monkey is asking, what's your favorite finish or even combination of finishes? I'm a sucker for a Karochi finish. I
Yeah.
like that kind of Karochi Nishiji look on the shisos.
I was just gonna go pull up my new knife again.
Yeah.
I like the Kurochi Tsuchime too. Like I'd probably have to say
Yeah.
the Moritaka Ishime is up there. I don't know if it's my
Yeah.
number one, but it's up there.
I don't know. I've been into that. Like, there's always all my favorite knives at least have Karochi on them. You know, because I got that Masashi Kuroshu, and that's like a Karochi Damascus, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know that I could just say that I have a favorite. I have there are things I appreciate about individual knives,
Mm-hmm.
and because even sometimes you'll just see like a Nishiji finish and you'll be like, wow, this one's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, or a certain pattern in a Damascus. Yeah, I get that out
Got
of
a
there.
little bit of corn drink. No, it says drink, so it's definitely a drink. But I got a little bit of corn drink in my mustache. I, as dominant and practical as they are, I really love a good mirror finish. Like that Konosuke mirror we used to have was super cool.
I have a 270 Gyuto from that line.
Cool.
Yeah. I got a new snack, and then I'm going to get back to
Okay.
some sharpening questions. This one I think is going to be fairly tame.
Okay.
It's a tempura seaweed, spicy flavor.
You got a fun character on there or anything? Or
Oh yeah, it's like a little, the little dude in the red.
yeah.
You know, what's it say? You can eat with drinks mixed with noodle as a snack. Eat everywhere.
And this is just a tempura snack cracker.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this one wasn't so easy to open, though. Hey,
Oh,
I pooched it.
it's like a secret handshake.
Oh yeah, I wrecked this one.
If only you had a knife handy.
If only I had a room full of knives. Ah, the do not eat.
Oh, yeah. Don't eat it.
Don't
I know
eat
you're
it.
tempted.
One day I will. These things look pretty good.
Ooh. That is like by far the most interesting snack we've had so far. I mean, the oatmeal with okra is pretty cool, but that's a serious that's like 10 crunches out of 10, hey?
Yeah, crunchiness, crunchability, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Flavor, good. Yeah, look at that. So it's like a little piece of seaweed, like
Dipped in
nori,
tempura batter?
dipped in tempura batter and fried.
Oh, that sounds incredible. What's the flavor like?
Good. It's spicy.
Gotcha.
You know, like those little packs of rice crackers.
Mm-hmm.
They got like the peanuts and stuff in them.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of spicy flavor.
Okay, yeah. So like
Yeah.
spicy in quotation marks.
Yeah. No, these are great. I'd eat a bag of those watching a movie. No problem.
Yeah. Just not with anybody else because they wouldn't be able to hear the movie.
That's right. Yeah, I can't hear it anyways. I watch movies with subtitles on now. I'm going deaf. So back to sharpening. So you don't like to go above 8,000. I'm curious if anything about 12,000 is just professional polishing. Here's something to consider when you're looking at stones at higher grits. If you went from an 8,000 to a 12,000, your knife would get sharper. If you're struggling with getting a knife as sharp as you'd like it, and you aren't particularly interested in just practicing a whole bunch, buy a step up in stones and you will get the knife sharper. So I generally, for kitchen knives, I do stop around 8,000, but I'm very happy with what I can accomplish at 8,000.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if we go back in time, 8 or 10 years when I wasn't as practiced, I would see a benefit of going up to a 12 for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I used to regularly use a 10,000 grit stone to finish a lot of knives, but now I stop at the 8 because I can get them just as good on the 8 and save the step.
Yeah.
But that's more to do with me than it is the stone, right? So a lot of the time, if you just want them to get sharper, get the next step.
Totally.
If you're doing razors, for instance, and Nathan knows lots about sharpening or honing razors.
Yeah.
12,000. We used to stop around 12,000, but now we've got higher grit stones.
Yeah, I used to only go up to 12, but I tried that Shapton 16 and I think even the 32 and seemed to work well. I've got kind of a coarse beard, so I honestly like the idea of using a slightly coarser stone like a 12,000 to finish on still, but
yeah. No, I sharpen my own razors on the 12 or on the 16, and I quite like it.
Yeah.
And I've got a pretty thick beard.
I use the finer stones for my straight razors, but most of my kitchen knives I finish on a rougher stone because I know I'm pretty good with my knives, but I'm still a little heavy-handed, and I'm usually doing 10 things at once in the kitchen, so I kind of off on the rougher edge. But then I strop a lot. Like that's the other thing is like spend time stropping and maybe invest in a good leather strop and some chromium oxide if you want to nerd out about sharpening, because that makes a big difference too.
Ben is asking if Tsunehisa knives are made in the same shops as Harajuki knives. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know that they're from the same part of Japan.
Same region, yeah.
Yeah,
because there's like cities that specialize in.
Yeah. Like I know that both of them are from like Kochi and Tosa.
Right. So they probably get their steel from the same place, and
there might be people kind of working.
It's kind of like when you get like contract brewing or distilling for some brands, like so and so makes bourbon for these guys, but they put their brand on it. Or Big Rock in Calgary makes beer for a bunch of people, but it's all Big Rock, and it's still it's all delicious beer. I don't know 100% about that, Ben. To be perfectly honest with you. I know I've been in the building where Harajuki knives are made, and no one said Tsunehisa. Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was it who got the Funayuki? Was it Paulette? Someone got a Funayuki. Yeah, it was Paulette. Yeah. So traditionally, a Funayuki is kind of like it's like a fat gyuto that comes to a pointier point. A Funayuki is kind of like it's the type of knife that you would use to clean a fish if you worked on a fishing boat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a primary processing kind of knife. It's like a bit of
for like taking the head off and gutting and stuff like that.
Yeah. But they make a great gyuto.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we sell a lot of them around garage sale because that's when we see the most of them. But people kind of get them as like a bigger Santoku or something.
Yeah. E30 Birdie just spent quite a bit of money on a Tetsujin. Yeah.
I want one of those so bad.
And then, we got a Ginsan knife coming in. Never tried the steel. I've been super impressed with the Ginsan knives that we have through. One of my favorite knives in the store right now, the one that I want, is the Ginsan Kiritsuke from Hado Sakai. They got like a mirrored pot, like a mirror spine.
Oh, they're so nice.
The choil is polished. Like, I really like to go back to our what finishes do you like? Yeah. That's like a Migaki finish, and I'm really into it. Sometimes, like one of my favorite knives I own is the Haruyuki Kuma, which is the SRS 15. And I've got one of the old ones that still has a rosewood handle. That knife, like it's a plain Migaki blade with a round rosewood handle.
It's a classy look.
Yeah, it's badass. The Cowpeas has to be better than the Hot Kid ball cakes for sure. I don't know. I keep going back to it because I'm thirsty, but I don't like it. Like, it's like when you were a kid, and I don't know if because I know people are watching this from all over, but when we were like young and you go to, I'm older than Nathan, but you'd go to like a school soccer game or something like that. There was like some kind of outdoor event. You used to get this like weird McDonald's orange drink. And you could just like buy this cooler of it, and you get like, it's like kind of like that. Like, it's not good, but it's what I got,
Right.
like.
But It's like that. It's like that thing that they would sell parents on because it's orange flavored, so it's like healthier.
It's orange flavored, so it's like Tang, right? Like Tang
Yeah.
had a bunch of like powdered vitamins put into it. I think the chair's
Right.
going to go here soon. I don't know what the bets were for the chair, but it's
Getting
going.
close.
Yeah, it's getting close.
All those snacks are weighing down on the tolerance.
Yeah, Shuvam has a hard time. I remember this from last time we were chatting. They live in India, so they have a hard time with importing stuff.
We actually, this will be disappointing. I don't know if we have any listeners/viewers from England, but they recently passed some laws making the importing of knives almost impossible. So if you live in England, we won't be able to ship you knives anymore, sadly.
Maybe it'll get worked out. Who knows? But for the time being.
Yep.
Oh, Ben, I think we're going back to now we got some comments here about your corn drink. You know, Peter's saying to make sure you get a spit bucket next time.
Yeah.
Ben asked if it was like a warm milkshake.
I mean, I don't mind a warm milkshake because then it just tastes like melted ice cream, which I like.
Yeah.
No, it was like I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. It was very thick. Like I was in the hospital a couple years ago with a broken jaw. And I got a lot of pureed stuff, and some of it wasn't bad, and some of it was really not good, and it was like the pureed food in the hospital that's really not good. My first meal there, they're like, "Here's your pureed smoked fish." I was like, "Thank you. I think I'll wait until breakfast."
Yeah. I'm just looking up because Pawit is saying Daisuke Nishida's is one of the best blacksmiths in Japan. He's one of the few to forge knives in the warikome tenetsu technique. So that's how the Moritakas make knives, is the warikome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they split the steel open and insert a hard steel instead of like Sanmai where you stack up steels.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking at some knives online here. It's yeah, they look cool. They look kind of simple, like, you know, it's always a balancing act, kind of finding knives that are made really well but also look really cool.
But they're from Kumamoto, which is the same part of Japan,
region, right?
Yeah, same part of Japan that the Moritakas are from.
Yeah.
I bet you you think they're like friendly neighbors or grumpy neighbors?
I wonder.
Yeah.
But it depends on if the Moritakas are always throwing stars around in the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
A stray shuriken might be enough to upset the neighbors.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so Shuvam has a maintenance question. Many say for Japanese knives, honing them once a while does good, and again, say stropping once in a while works better. Have you guys done both? And if yes, which do you prefer? I do both. I do both depending on depends on the knife, I find, and depends on how, like, I use the honing rods. I have a honing rod and a strop in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And I reach for the honing rod more often.
Yeah.
And I think it's mostly out of habit, but I would say that either or a combination of, like, when we do, like, we test all the testers in the store a couple times a week, and we go through and we do them on the white honing rod, the black honing rod, and then a strop, just to make sure that they're all tip top. So I find the strop is good so long as they're not getting very dull. Like if it's already sharp and you want to make it sharper, go for the strop.
Yeah.
If you're using your knife and you find it's lacking a little bit, start with the honing rod. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I'm honestly not the best with maintenance at home. It's more of a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. So I use my honing rod kind of like probably once a week on the knives I use a lot. And then, but I'll use the strop right afterwards if I'm not in a rush. Yeah, I use both usually because I'm usually not doing it like every time I use the knife.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions here about what would be the best knife to open up all the snack bags. I don't know. What do you have in your pocket today?
This is my new one. This is my other new knife that I got a couple weeks ago. This is my Buck.
Oh yeah.
buck folding hunter. Just like the most classic knife ever.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's working really well. I like the belt teeth.
Yeah, you like stuff on your belt. You're like Batman. I have a Kershaw bracket.
Yeah.
I've been using this quite a bit.
I really want that one. It's pretty awesome.
It's fun to play with. The first time I saw it, Chris Armitage showed it to me when I was in Calgary one time for videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was stupid. I was like, he showed me it, and he's like, "Here, look at this." I was like, "That knife is stupid." And then I went into Kent of Inglewood. Yeah, because I'm nothing if not opinionated.
Yeah.
And then I went into the store and I just took it out of the case and I started playing with it.
Yeah.
And I played with it for like 30 minutes and then Jillian made me buy it.
I love the mechanisms in those Kershaw.
Yeah, they're fun. And it's like, I like it because it's big.
Yeah.
But it's not like aggressive. Like I'm not into like, you know, and if you are or whomever's watching is like, you know, good on you. It's just not for me. I don't like knives that are real pointy or like a bunch of serrations or stuff. Mm-hmm. That's not my speed. But I do need a knife I can be mean to.
Yeah, totally.
So, Spoon Monkey asking chili or wasabi. Those things were definitely more of a chili kind of spicy.
Gotcha. I got something spicy. I'm excited to try it.
Poland can get Kunihisa, but they look like Haruyuki.
Here, I'm going to try another snack because I'm impatient and I'm hungry.
Yeah, go for it. I'm just making sure we're not missing anything important.
This one, I think it's important to say, this is not Japanese. This is Korean. And I actually knew that. I know just enough to be able to tell the characters apart. But this is a Korean snack, which I knew when I bought it, but I did get called out this morning, so I wanted to make sure I recognize that this is, in fact, Korean on this bag, and this is imported through the USA, made in Korea, but Korea knows spicy. If you want to eat some real spicy food, go to Korea.
Yeah. So while you're opening that, I've got the bento squid seafood snack.
Ooh. That one's spicy too. I love the little cartoon of the shrimp.
Yeah, it's sweet and spicy. So on the back,
compare cartoons. I also just love the image of this chicken eating elbow macaroni and then their mouth exploding
and breathing fire. Yeah. So this tells me that I can enjoy it as it is.
Okay.
I can chill and crisp it. Look at the pictures on the back. Huh. They got it in a wine glass full of ice. Or I can barbecue it.
I don't know if I'd want to make a cocktail out of it, but I would try barbecuing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it smells terrible. No.
I can't say I'm a fan of squid smell.
Yeah. It smells like something. Oh, and of course, this isn't what I thought it was at all. I thought I was buying that like flossy kind of jerky stuff, but look, it's like a crispy thing. And it's in another plastic bag.
Yeah. Ellie, you want to try some spicy chicken hot chicken flavor? They're Zalduk.
I'm a big fan of this company.
Oh, really? You know this one?
I haven't tried this one. I get the ramen.
Whoa!
And an important side fact for people. To deprive the saltiness of them. All of these snacks are just like
right.
They're like vampires.
You need them. Okay, well, you can have since I try
here. See what it's like. Could be real spicy.
It doesn't smell spicy. It smells like this one just smells like instant ramen kind of.
I think this is really spicy. This weird like squid chip.
Oh wait for it.
It's like it's almost there.
Oh, it comes in the back. Try one.
This smells really bad.
It's like the beginning of the 1812 overture as the horns are slowly rising from the back.
There's no spice at all, and then it's like.
Oh yeah, no, it does build up.
It comes,
because
the crescendo isn't big.
This comic implies nervously eating one of these macaroni things and then just like instantly exploding with flame. But it takes time.
This is hot.
It won't happen overnight, but it will happen.
Oh, this
Pretty
hurts.
tasty though.
I wouldn't buy this again.
No?
No. It's really hot, which is not a problem. But I
this
thought
is
I
getting
was.
there.
I thought it was. It's hard to concentrate. I thought I was getting like the flossy kind of squid,
Yeah, I know.
but I got like this weird cracker.
Like that pork floss stuff, right?
Yeah, like
Mm.
yeah. No thanks, bento seafood squid snack.
These are pretty good. My only critique of these is that they're too sugary.
Mm.
Like they could just not have sugar in them, or just like a tiny bit of sugar, but they're like quite sweet. I don't really like sweet and spicy together. Oh, you okay there, Lordy?
No. Those were terrible. Okay.
I know how I feel with the corn drink.
Yeah. Okay. Poet is asking, in your opinion, how do you position stainless steels from worst to best? Is SG2 the best? SG2 and R2 are practically the same thing, for the record. God, how am I supposed to do this?
So I don't feel like there's any like worst stainless steels.
No.
If you talk to Naoto from a sharpening perspective, he'll say it's VG10.
He'll say that's the worst?
Yeah, because it works great from a sharpening perspective, because it works great like to cut and chop, but it's really wear resistant, so it's a pain in the ass to sharpen and thin out.
Yeah.
People are just coming and stealing my snacks from off camera.
Yeah, I'm throwing mine to the other end of this table. Oh. I didn't like that last one. I wish I had more of those grapes though.
Oh, you're all out?
Well, Meki took them, but I bet you ate them all.
Yeah, probably.
Did you take all the grapes, Meki? You ate them all. Yeah, bring me a grape. I'll give you this. I need something to get this squid taste out of my mouth.
Bring him a palm leaf to fan him with too, and feed him grapes.
Yeah, it'd be like a robot palm leaf too. Yeah, here, eat some of that. The tempura seaweed's good, but the squid, the one you're going for, I wouldn't eat that.
And I love me squid.
Oh yeah, this.
So what's your best stainless steel, Lordy?
I really like that SRS 15.
Mm-hmm.
I like that knife a lot. You know what? Masashi SLD, that's a good choice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard working knife. Sorry, I'm like, the squid made me go brain dead.
No, that's okay. I do really like SG2 and R2. Yeah, I don't know. I do like Ginsan. Like Ginsan might be my favorite. It's not R2.
Ginsan is becoming a favorite for me.
Yeah, it's just like it's high performance. It's not too fussy. You know, I just like stuff that's easy to take care of. And
well, there's another couple questions here that I like.
mm-hmm.
I have not had the black bean ramen that's $5. I bet you my kid has though. And then Shuvam is asking your thoughts on the rise of Chinese-made Japanese knives.
Yeah.
Well, it's I think you should be careful. There's a lot of stuff out there that are using like I'm thinking of some, like there's a lot of stuff on like AliExpress and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like Japanese style Chinese knives. Just remember that the things that make the Japanese knives so cool and so good is the materials and the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Right. So even if you can find a knife that was, say, made in China, and I'm sure there are very talented people in China, talented craftspeople.
Yeah, like CCK makes great knives. We started carrying them a few months ago, and we're really impressed with their, like, they make great stuff in China. My issue would be somebody passing it off as what it isn't.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a Chinese-made knife, just call it a Chinese-made knife.
Yeah, there's lots of great stuff that's made in China.
But yeah, if you're saying it's If you're saying it's a Japanese knife, or you're heavily implying that this was made by some Japanese master and then you're selling it for $69.99 on Amazon,
Yeah.
that's pretty shady.
Yeah, I'd be wary of that. So
Just like
I
any
don't know.
product, right?
You come across it, like I feel the same way about those as I do all of those, like, Serbian style Instagram cleavers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love them. Like I know a lot of people are really into it. They really
Yeah.
like them. They're not for me.
Yeah, for $60, you're just not going to get something that performs the same way.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah. So we're being asked, since Knifewear is based in North America, what's a good alternative for buying Japanese knives in Europe? I have no idea. I've never had to buy a knife while in Europe. I've been lucky enough to be within spitting distance of a Knifewear.
Yeah, I'm aware of other Japanese knife stores in North America. I don't pay much attention to what's going on in Europe, and they don't really pop up. Like knife stores in North America, we tend to see their ads or come across their Instagram. Like the guys at Burnell, run across their Instagram page and check out their stuff. They're doing cool stuff, but I haven't stumbled across any European knife retailers. Saw a couple in London, England, when Kevin and I went there.
There was one guy who he used to watch a bunch of our videos and he would interact with us, and I can't remember the name of him.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember his name either. It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he lives in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Like almost near the Mediterranean, sort of.
Oh, yeah, you're thinking of oh shit. No, I don't know his name.
That guy. Sven tunes in sometimes and lives in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I think E30 Birdie's in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we got a Spyderco Endura in ZDP 189. I'm not sure if I want to go for it in a kitchen knife. I might be a HAP 40 guy if I ever go for a super hard one. So I have a HAP 40 knife. Big fan. Like it quite a bit. I don't know that it's horribly different from ZDP 189 from a user standpoint in a kitchen knife. We have some great, like I've used like the Miyabi Black line is ZDP, and we've had those in the shops for a while. It makes a really good, like it's a hard working steel. It gets stupid sharp. It's not going to be any easier to sharpen or harder to sharpen than HAP 40. They're both up at the,
they're both a pain in the ass when it comes down to sharpening them.
Yeah, like
I have a HAP 40 Mugen, and I love it. It's a great knife.
Yeah.
But I try to avoid sharpening it until I have to.
Yeah. Seen
a few folks that would like us to open in Europe. Hopefully we can eventually.
Yeah, maybe one day. That's kind of beyond our pay scale, but
we're going to Toronto next year.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, we've been saying that a lot. So
closer to Europe than Calgary.
That's true. That's true. Farther from Europe for me, though.
Yeah.
So, well, E30 Birdie is being very considerate. Doesn't want to be throwing other people's names in our chats. So.
Well, we appreciate the discretion.
Yeah, maybe the two of you can have a conversation elsewhere.
We do ship to Europe, but local taxes are a thing, and and they can be really high. For example, if you try to buy a knife in Italy, that will be a bad time for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Fred's watching Knifewear Pittsburgh.
Oh, hey.
Well, here we got a couple more snacks to go, and then we should probably wind it up. We've been at it for an hour and a half. I can't imagine anyone else wants to watch.
I'm gonna have a reward for my corn drink.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna also have a reward.
All right, what's your reward?
My reward is Pocari Sweat.
Oh, I've never had Pocari Sweat, but I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's like it's an ion supply drink. Pocari Sweat is a healthy beverage that smoothly supplies the lost water and electrolytes during perspiration. with the appropriate density and electrolytes close to that of human body fluid, it can be easily absorbed into the body.
Ugh. Ugh.
Mm.
You know, when I went to TNT, I had my eye on that one, but I couldn't find it.
Mm.
I've
Oh, I
got,
see what you did.
see, I've got Ocean Bomb, and it's got Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z on it,
Oh yeah.
and it's peaches flavor. So not a single peach, but multiple peaches. I'm excited for this one. This is I was looking forward to this. It's my reward for trying the corn chowder, cream corn, whatever that was.
Why do all the drinks from Japan smell like Fresca?
Yeah, I can say. This one
Is that-
smells like a peach scented air freshener.
I'm curious, which human body fluid do you think they think this is?
I'm not sure I want to know. I'm hoping it's just sweat. Like, weirdly enough, that's the best possible answer in this scenario.
It's a little more viscous than the sweat I sweat.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's got there's some body to it when
Some
you
body.
put it in.
Put it in wine tasting terms.
I don't like it.
This is quite nice. It's got a pleasant level of carbonation.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like a peach. It's got more flavor than a LaCroix. Like, I can't stand those things because they don't taste like anything. It tastes like more than a LaCroix. It's like a White Claw without the alcohol, basically.
Oh, White Claw's no laws. That's what I hear.
Yeah?
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing. I actually don't mind White Claw.
This is like this. I don't know how I feel about Pocari Sweat. Again, I know that I've had it before, and I thought that I liked it, but I don't like it today.
Gotcha. Maybe it's like, like Guinness. Like, they keep the good Guinness in Ireland.
Maybe
So they keep the good Pocari Sweat in Japan, and they send the really cheap, crappy Pocari Sweat to Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. It tastes very, very similar to the Cowpeas soda. Like, it's still got that kind of underlying kind of, like, it's not lemon lime like Sprite.
It's just citric acid, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely got more of like and this is maybe I'm looking too hard at it. It's definitely got more of a grapefruity kind of tangerine kind of thing. Not Sprite, but it's more of like an Orangina than it is a Sprite. But it's also like, it's just, it's not that it's like viscous and thick. It's that it's got like, I can tell it has a ton of sugar in it for what it feels like on my tongue. Do you know what I mean? It tastes like melted Jell-O.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try these durian cookies. Also, not from Japan. I don't know what was going on with me on Saturday, but I did a terrible job of finding things that were actually from
Maybe
Japan.
you were doing the drugs. So
that was Saturday night, not Saturday daytime.
Okay. Shuvam is saying, let me just say, this is very nice, and I appreciate this. This is turning out to be one of the best communities to talk and hang with after a day's work. That's very nice. And then E30 Birdie is shouting out the Discord has a bunch of good people. I don't know if you use Discord at all Shuvam. There's constant conversations going on over there. And it's everything from like, new knife day, sharpening tips and tricks, whatever. Like it's all knives all the time.
If you want to nerd out about stuff and get really technical, there's some folks that like to get really technical with stuff. I'm terrible going on there.
Yeah, how would they go about joining? Do we have a link somewhere?
Yeah, there's a link at the bottom of the description, and you can go there.
Oh, this video?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Prompt every video.
Every video.
Every single video. This doesn't smell as bad as I expected it to. It doesn't smell as bad as durian.
Isn't durian like they're supposed to smell like onions, aren't they? What's a fresh durian smell like?
I can't remember. The problem is, though, durian's supposed to smell terrible and taste great. This smells mediocre or worse than mediocre. And it tastes exactly like it smells.
Meki didn't come back after taking the squid snacks.
No, did it kill him?
They might have killed him. Luca ate all this. You ate all the squid for real? That's a lot of squid. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the rest of it's there. No, I don't want those. Get that away from me. I don't want any of this shit.
Cream God bad mixed with onions.
Okay, yeah, I remember there was an oniony thing.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good.
E30 Birdie says description always has a link, and I have to pimp out the link every show since everyone at Knifewear forgets. Yeah, well, thank God you keep showing up. So this is one that I
create
thought.
a very good facade of pretending like we have our shit together.
Yeah.
But we do not.
I bought some weird candies. I don't know what they are. Kevin says he likes them, though. I sent a picture of them to Kevin. He says he likes this brand.
Okay.
And
he wasn't just trolling you?
No, he said that I chose well.
Okay.
But I don't know what it could be because it's, I can't read it, but it's got cows on it. It says rich milk in the corner, but it's got little Holstein cows.
Oh, I almost bought some of those at checkout. They had
Yeah. I think they're like a milk flavored candy. I don't know what the point of this is. Like I've got milk soda, milk candies.
Yeah, it's not really a thing we have here. Is like milk flavored stuff, is it?
No, dairy. But they say it's milk flavored, but it all tastes like fucking Sprite and Fresca. So
maybe that's what the cows in East Asia produce is just like Fresca.
So it's just a weird little hard candy. No.
That was quick. That was almost as fast as me with the corn chowder.
No. That tastes like if you made a fucking candy out of Baby Bell. No, that came out pretty. Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, here's one I've been looking towards because 3 of them has 144 calories, and I need to get my calories in.
Yeah, of course.
Ritz, but it's vanilla ice cream flavor, which sounds interesting. I hope it's not vanilla ice cream and cheese because that won't be good.
Yeah, no, milk candies. Ugh. I'm gonna phone Kevin and give him shit after.
I had a feeling he was trolling you.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't Baby Bell. Because Baby Bell's like a little Gouda, right? They're a little bit funkier. I think it was like that laughing cow. You ever have that?
Oh yeah, like the really creamy kind of like velvety.
Yeah. And I remember because we never had that when I was a kid. Like my mom wouldn't buy stuff like that. And I had it somewhere, and I went to a friend's house, and I thought it was really fancy, and then I hated it.
Right.
Like I just, ugh. Yeah, like Velveeta's gross. Like I know there's some folks I'm sure there's someone who likes it. It's just not for me,
Yeah, right.
It's not for me.
There's a great Mitch Hedberg bit where he talks about eating easy cheese on crackers on a Greyhound bus heading somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, I couldn't see how much cheese I was applying. They should have just made it glow in the dark. Why don't they just make easy cheese glow in the dark? It's not like you're compromising the integrity of the cheese in a can by making it glow in the dark.
That's fair. That's fair.
This smells like a vanilla Oreo.
Okay.
So promising, but it's got little salt flecks on it, and I don't mind me a bit of salty sweet.
No. I've also seen Nathan put butter on a shortbread cookie. So, and he wasn't just showing off. So, how's that out of 10?
That's good.
Yeah. Would you buy it again?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's like a 9 for sure. It's like a solid.
Oh, really?
9. It's really good. Now the crackers are nice and like wafery.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to keep. I say I like a bit of salty sweet, but I tend to keep things separate. Like I'm usually just like a potato chip kind of guy. But
yeah, those drinks that I had and that milk candy
Mm-hmm.
and the eel were all bad enough that I forgot that I actually liked other things. Like I forgot that the nori was good
Mm,
and the onigiri was good.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, they wiped my memory with bad tastes. Ugh. Now I'm tired.
Oh dear God. Okay, well, I got for the people that are still hanging out. Before we go, I got a few things to show off.
Yeah, let's get to business.
The guy, well, yeah, business. The guys in Japan have sent me some photos. So first off, I just want to show this off because I know a lot of the online knife nerd community are fans of the Nigara and Mon. So this is a Damascus blade from Nigara Hamono. And this just came out of an acid dip, and this was acid dipped by one of the apprentices, and he's very proud of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got to go visit them. That was our first visit, apparently. And then we had this to show off, which is that knife that Don Penny was talking about earlier. It's like unusual offset kind of eel knife, but I think it's either designed for like Serrano and Iberico ham, or that's what they were using it for. You can see in the background, they're opening up a pack of ham, and then they sent me a photo of a little bit of paper thin ham on the knife.
Masashi enjoys food.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a good dude that way.
He's a man of culture.
He likes to eat and drink good stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they went and celebrated his birthday party and had I got some videos of them playing drunken games. It looked like fun.
Oh yeah, I got I woke up the other morning to a text from Mike that was a video of Masashi just saying, "Hello, Chris Lord." Maybe it'll work if I.
Don says he wants that knife. Don, if you buy that knife, you're gonna need a nether tool chest to start putting your knives in.
Yeah, here's Masashi saying hello. Oh, it was just very fast. Hello, Chris Lord. Yeah, he's also got a mouthful of food, and he's
hello, Chris Lord.
And he's hammered. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike was sending me some photos that he took from Masashi's workshop or whatever.
Yeah.
Of like when we went to the Japanese ambassador's house. So there's me and Naoto.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I look like when I used to shave and get haircuts.
Your blazer looked like Naoto just had really long flowing hair.
Oh my God, it does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the last time I wore a suit.
No kidding.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that was the first time I had worn a suit in a very long time.
Yeah.
And there wasn't even a dead person. And then there's, you're not going to be able to see it. But there's a picture of Kevin standing with Masashi and the ambassador's wife. But you can barely recognize Kevin either. I'll have to send it to you after.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's got no beard and short hair as well. So, should we hit up here? This is what we're gonna do.
There's a very old Kevin, or rather young Kevin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I try not to bring that picture up very often because he doesn't like it when we talk about it. That's
why we put it on our YouTube set.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I didn't know that, but that makes it funny.
Yeah. This is going to give everybody, okay, this is your last call for questions.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give a repeat of the housekeeping from before. So earlier, I guess it started at the end of March and we ran it for 2 weeks. All of the knives sharpened within that 2-week period. The money raised, or the money that we would have charged, our normal sharpening fees, were donations that went to the World Central Kitchen, who are doing relief work in Ukraine. We raised $28,787 for World Central Kitchen, which is incredible.
Yeah, so thank you for your donations, everybody.
Yeah, huge donations from from our very lovely customers and friends. The Knifewear Foundation, which is a charitable foundation put together by Knifewear, matched that donation and gave it to the Canadian Red Cross, who is also working to help those in Ukraine right now. So that's over $56,000.
Yeah,
Well,
substantial.
that would be $57,000
Right.
and change. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, I know Nathan and I talk about this kind of thing. Often we feel very lucky to work for a company that is as generous as it is and seems to attract a clientele that is similarly minded.
Yeah,
So,
no kidding.
yeah, we get to interact with a lot of really cool people on a regular basis. And we're both very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a bunch of new videos go up, right? We've got Nathan installing a magnet in a kitchen, which is hilarious because the first thing I said when that video went on, I was like, they got Nathan to do that. Nathan, for the record, Nathan is notoriously destructive.
It's an exercise in restraint.
Yeah. There's probably 14 extra holes in the wall under the knife magnet.
They actually just play the video in reverse, and that's what we put on YouTube.
Ah, yes. And then we've also had an interview with Masashi while Mike and Naoto were there. It was a live interview. We played it here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram got a little bit of a special show because Mike was like sticking his phone in the forge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonder he didn't break his phone. But two really cool things to check out.
Mm-hmm.
And because the fellas are currently in Japan, that means garage sales coming. Right? So for those of you who've only kind of been around for the last 2 years and you know garage sale to be this crazy online thing, garage sale was born as a way for Kevin to fund his visit to Japan. So he would go to Japan annually, and then he'd travel with extra suitcases and whatnot and fill it up with knives and bring them home to sell. So it's a little bit different now. We're a little bit bigger now, but it's still a great chance to find something new. Like those, we were talking about Tsunehisa before. Tsunehisa knives came out of the garage sale. They were something that we got in that we didn't normally carry. And it's, the word sale is like, it's more of an event, I know every now and again. I saw something on Reddit a little while ago. Someone's like, how can they call it a sale? They don't even sell these things. And that's exactly it, right? It's more like record store day.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Where it's all about like different stuff that fit into different categories, right? There's going to be a ton of great budget stuff. There's going to be some super unique, one-of-a-kind stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff from people that we're just getting to know. There's stuff from people we've known forever, but they want to try something new. So it's a really good opportunity to find. There's always some scratch and dent stuff.
I was going to say, if you are looking for a discount, there's always scratch and dent and refurbished sample knives that have been retired, that kind of stuff too. That stuff goes pretty quick because it's a limited amount. But yeah.
Well, there's always wicked deals. But it's like, are all the Masakage knives going to be 20% off? No, they're not.
If we can get enough of them, maybe.
But yeah, that's not going to happen. So, if you change the way you think about it and realize that the real reason why we call it a garage sale is because there's shit all over the stores and it's a mess.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a garage sale and you're just picking around for that one cool thing.
Yeah, that's why it's called
thing.
that,
But yeah,
right?
yeah. It's I remember my first garage sale. I went there as a young cook, and I just broke my leg. I went there on crutches, but I had some cash and I wanted to get a couple of new knives. And sure enough, like Kevin had brought back all sorts of unusual stuff. And I got a Yanagiba that was a really smoking deal, my first single bevel knife. And then I got like that little Matsuba too, which was just like a really cool kind of unusual shape I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you want to find a good deal or like just a really cool, unusual knife, that's It's a time to do it. And collector's items too. They go pretty
Yeah.
quick, but we always get some kind of rare stock then too, because we
Yeah.
do struggle to get the more of those like Hinoras, Chigafusas that people are always asking about.
Yeah. And you know what? Garage sale is like a great time to kind of plan some gift giving.
Yeah.
You know, like the spring one, like it's, you know, it's not as obvious. Like it's because we do the other one, like there's the spring and the fall one falls right before the Christmas season. But you know what? Garage sale's a great time to load up on a few gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Peter. Don says, I'm not planning on buying anything, of course, but I look forward to seeing the garage sale wares.
Yeah.
Don Penny hasn't planned on buying his last 6 knives.
Yeah, same. I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's also just like a time where we do a lot of live streaming too. So we'll have live shows. Like we've got Sharp Knives Rock episode 11, I think, on May 9th. And that's basically like our early preview for garage sale. We'll show off a bunch of stuff and show some videos of us in Japan and whatnot. What else is there? We've got a live stream the week before where we do a proper preview and kind of like show you guys some of the cool stuff that's coming up. And then on the week of, we have like a marathon stream on the Monday where it's just like, here's, ask us questions. If you can't see these knives in person in the stores, we'll show you up close. We're working on our live stream setup, so hopefully we can have even higher definition video next time, and it should be
wicked.
Top-notch.
Yeah, Ben says it seems that some people don't understand garage sale is not a discount sale on everything.
Yeah.
And rip on Knifewear on Reddit because there aren't discounts. You know what? Reddit is great for videos of like kids falling down and cats doing cute stuff. But I don't go there for a lot of facts,
I go there for Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, it's good for like kind of crowdsourcing ideas and whatnot. But like I don't know. I find that there's like the people who there's a lot of opinion,
Oh, for sure. Well, it's the internet, right?
Couple people have had a couple of questions here. Someone made a comment about Kevin riding his bike during the garage sale. If you missed it before, the bicycle has been taken away. All right. The bicycle has been strapped to a pallet and then put on the highest shelf in the warehouse. It is very difficult. There's no one getting on that bike by accident.
No, this year we've got Kevin a gorilla costume and 2 big cymbals that he's going to bang together as he rides the bike.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for bicycle discounts, I guess. And then Steve if Kevin has been banned from YouTube. No, Kevin's just taking some well-deserved time off.
Shockingly, no.
Yeah.
All the Switzerland jokes finally got to us, and we told him he's not allowed. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, Kevin's just taking a bit of time off this spring.
Yeah. Guy's been going hard for like 12 years since Knifewear started.
Yeah. Well, Knifewear is older than that, isn't it?
Is it? I think 12, maybe 13 years now.
I feel like I'm supposed to know the answer, but I don't.
Yeah, you're the guy. You're supposed
Why
to.
Why am I the guy?
I don't know.
You've worked here longer than me.
Yeah. True. Yeah, Naoto is happy that the bike was taken away.
Yeah, and then Ben is asking about new Knifewear hats. I know that there's toques.
Yeah,
I know that. So there's a box of toques in the warehouse.
Yeah, So I know the full story.
You know the story.
You might have seen me wearing a hat, or Armitage was wearing a hat when he was puppeteering on Sharp Knives Rock. So those are prototypes. We have some hats on the way. I don't know when they're going to be here, but hopefully soon. We've also got a local toque designer who's going to design some. For us. So they'll actually be woven. We're going to do a couple different patterns as well. We'll do some like custom patterns, and then we'll do like just some more basic Knifewear logo ones. So there'll be like a couple of different hats. One's going to say "Hands off my effing knives." One's probably just going to say Knifewear, and then toques. One with like Knifewear logo, and then one that's got like our Oni mask. Pattern on it. Oh, hey, somebody knows when we opened. I'm gonna take E30 Birdie at their word because probably knows better than us. I know Kevin started it, I think, in July of the year previous, like 2007, sounds right.
Yeah.
But that was literally just his backpack with like t-shirts and knives.
I think E30 Birdie had another answer that we were supposed to know.
What do you
If
mean?
E30 Birdie showed, like, I think they had it. They knew something we were supposed to know, like, already. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. If you end up
Oh,
in
that was the
Ottawa,
Discord thing. That was the Discord thing.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I owe you a beer if you ever come through Ottawa. I'll buy you a beer. And if you don't like beer, I will buy you a whatever. I don't care. I owe you a drink, alcoholic or non. But I think that should be it. We're almost at 2 hours here.
Yeah, I think that's the show.
Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks to everybody who tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got any questions that we didn't, I think we got to everything. If you had something really digging at you or you think of something else later, you can always reach out to us at hello@knifewear.com. You can send your complaints to tv@knifewear.com. But if you've got, like, if it's if you need help picking out something or you're curious about a package or whatever the case may be, hello@knifewear.com is your best bet.
Yeah.
So
totally.
But yeah.
E30 Birdie, if you do come to Canada, make sure that if you're visiting different parts of Canada that you fly. I've had friends and family come to visit from Europe or the UK thinking that they would go see Toronto and then drive over to Calgary.
Yeah, that takes you 20 hours.
Yeah,
non-stop.
not realizing that it's a really long drive. So we would love to have you in Canada. But yeah. Just go visit the Ontario, and then if you're going to visit elsewhere, take a plane.
Yeah, I had a conversation I talked about this earlier today with a customer. I talked to Shiba. Remember when Shiba and Ikeda and Kato came around?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they wanted to go to Toronto, and then they were going to come to Ottawa. And Shiba called me and said, "Hey, how am I going to do this?" And I said, "Well, you could rent a car, or there's flights that are very fast." And he's like, "Oh, I'll just take the train. It'll be quick." And I was like, "No, it won't." And he's like, "Yeah, Toronto to Ottawa. Like, I get there in the morning. I'll be there by lunch." No, that's not how it works here. Our trains don't go 300 miles per hour.
No.
It's like it's faster to drive.
Yeah, our trains suck.
From Toronto to Ottawa. Our trains are for moving cows, not people. So
cows get stressed out if you drive over 60.
Yeah. So trains are so slow. So all right. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye before I go off on some weird tangent about trains. So
cool.
I appreciate everyone tuning in. Yeah, I'm gonna go find some more of those nori chips. Those were the best ones.
Yeah, they look good. I'm gonna try them out. I'm gonna feed all this other weird stuff to my coworkers.
You got it.
Trick anybody into drinking this corn soup.
Don't do it. That's just mean.
I'm kidding. I like the people I work with.
All right. Well, bye for now, everyone.
Bye, everybody.